Hello and welcome to a Paladin's Guide to Arms Warriors. No funny business today. Today we're going to be taking a moderately in-depth look at a Arms Warrior talent, talent, glyphs, and then the spec abilities that you get, along with other ones that you're probably going to want to use quite often. Please note that I am not a professional at these characters. I do these guides based on the knowledge that I know, which is fairly in-depth, and I try to bring you guys as much information as I can because, well, yeah. So moving right along, we're going to jump right into the talents that I would choose for leveling from level 85 or even level 10 up to level 90 as a arms warrior. As noted, am not level 90, so do not have the abilities here, and we will go over those in another video when they become available. So first and foremost comes your charge, level 15 ability, or talents, excuse me. And of all the various ones you have, that one being a second close to me choosing, I would pick up Juggernaut, which allows you to charge 12 seconds instead of 20. Moderately good. Next comes Impending Victory. Instantly attack the target, causing X amount of damage and healing you for 10% of your maximum health. Killing an enemy that yields experience or honor resets the cooldown of Impending Victory and causes your next Impending Victory to heal you for 20% of your maximum health. Replaces Victory Rush. So I feel that this is pretty easy, one of the better things you can get. I mean, on comparison is noting of the damage. I guess because all these are based on weapon damage, you can't really get a good feel for it, but it hits a little bit less than this move, and we'll get into that move in just a second. But it hits for a decent amount, and it heals you for 10% of your health, which 100 or 1200, not bad. Moving on, Piercing Howl. Snares all enemies within 15 yards, reducing their movement speed by 50% for 15 seconds. The main reason for picking this up over the other two, that one being kind of good, but lots of enemies tend to flee. And while I could throw a rend on, or not a rend, but a hamstring? Yeah, hamstring. I kind of just prefer this. It's a personal preference. And this build that I have set up is pretty good for AoEing nutsomeness. You might die from it, but you know, it's all good. So next we pick up Shockwave, which is an instant cast on 20-second cooldown that sends a wave of force of a frontal cone, causing X amount of damage and stunning all targets within 4 or 10 yards for 4 seconds. I choose this over Brostorm. You know. And Dragon's Roar. Although Dragon's Roar hits really hard, it's mainly just the stun. Mobs tend to cause a lot of damage, so being able to stun them, especially for 4 seconds, gives you a good time to kill them. And last but not least, we choose Spell Reflect. This is more of your group type abilities that you would have for level 75. However, if you're not in a group, it doesn't do you much good. But the main point in why choosing this over, say, any of the other two is because it doesn't require you to have a shield to put up a Spell Reflect. So that means you have a Spell Reflect without a shield. Pretty easy, right? You don't have to try to set up a macro to throw your shield on and reflect something back, which is always a perk. So moving right along onto Glyphs. There are a number of Glyphs that are really interesting and good, some adding additional stuff that you might want. But as par normal, these are the glyphs that I would choose. Glyph of Death of Above reduces the cooldown of your heroic leap by 15 seconds, bringing it down to 30-second cooldown. Not bad. Glyph of Unending Rage increases your maximum rage by 20. 120 rage, not bad. Allows you to build up your rage pretty quickly and then unleash a lot of heroic strikes, which can be quite devastating to the next target. And last is Glyph of Mortal Strike. When your Mortal Strike is affecting a target, healing effects done to you are increased by 10%. This kind of goes with the Unpending Victory, so it'll increase the healing from that, and any other sources of healing that you might happen to get. As far as minor glyphs go, I don't think any of them really matter. No, not really. I mean, it's kind of cool to be able to float in the air for a second. And, let's see. Do I have an Enrage? I don't think I have an Enrage. Berserker's Rage? Yeah, I do. Okay. So there. Should put that on my bar. Berserker's Rage. You can tell. Your hands catch on fire. And, well, I'll demonstrate that one in a second. Let's move right along to the abilities that you'll probably be wanting to use and have on your bars while leveling. Now, just for a quick throw up here, this is kind of their recommended stuff, and they kind of tell you how to play your character. You know, it's what it is. So there's a few abilities here I'd probably have on my bars. Hello, Paladin. Oh, okay. Moving right along. So, 5-minute restart, what? Anyway, you're going to want to be in your arm stance, most likely. Or battle stance, excuse me, which generates a high amount of rage from normal attacks. Berserking stance is kinda... I haven't really figured out. Working on test dummies, it doesn't do me any good, but against regular or mobs and stuff, I don't know which one would be better. This causes you to do more rage while you take damage. God, I'm going to have to make this video quicker than I wanted. So you're going with Deadly Calm on your bars for a cooldown. Enter a battle trance, reducing the cost of your next 3 heroic strikes and cleave attacks by 10 rage. That's a lot of a lot of stuff. You're probably going to want to be using your battle shout. You're going to want to have your rallying cry on your bars. Let's try to get onto the actual stuff for this character before we run out of time here. Overpower. Overpower is basically the same as it was before, except you no longer have Rend. It does, however, proc every time you use your Mortal Strike. Now, currently not in the thing, but in the currently not in the game, but in the MMO notes, Overpower is going to cause your Slam to cause 10% more damage, stacking up to 10 times. So it'd be up to you if you want to keep stacking it. Also, Overpower has a chance of proccing and causing it to proc another one. So you can get some really good burst damage with some RNG. But probably not enough to be required. Execute is an ability that finishes off a target at 20% and causes a large amount of damage. Very good for finishing off foes and maybe not making you have to use this crappy move. Heroic Throw, a pull, a few other things you can do with it. You can be creative. I don't like being rushed. Recklessness is supposed to be changed, but currently it just increases your crit strike by 50%. Sweeping Strikes allows your melee attacks to hit a second nearby target. This is part of the crazy AoE shit that you can do. That is pretty damn amazing. I know on live you can do Bladestorm, sorry, with Sweeping Strikes and Recklessness and die. That's basically the result, because you are unable, your tank is usually unable to keep threat off of you because it's that freaking amazing. Slam is now an instant cast ability that just costs straight up 30 rage, and it is on a no cooldown. It does cost 30 rage, so it's basically a rage dump instead of heroic strike, but you still have heroic strike. Yeah, I figured that one out. Pummel, you'll want to have that. Shockwave is the talent. Shattering Throw removes invulnerabilities, which doesn't work on most NPC mobs, and causes a good bit of damage and decreases armor. Sunder Armor, you have it. You can also glyph for it to be able to make it where it applies 3 stacks, which might be optimal in some situations. Moving right along, Whirlwind is the same as it was before. You whirl around like a crazy maniac and show that you don't have much discipline as an arms warrior, since that's what they claimed arms was about, but hey, it's all good. You will have Thunderclap as well, which applies weakening blows, which decreases the damage of the physical damage of the target's is dealing by 10%. You're probably going to want to use this. If for anything, it causes deep wounds, which causes more damage. Moving right along to some of the other things, you have your sudden death, which causes your hits to reset your Colossal Smash. Colossal Smash causes physical vulnerability, which increases physical damage by 4%, and it also decreases the armor, or lets your attacks bypass 100% of the armor of the target for 6 seconds. Pretty good. Good God, why am I being rushed? Increases physical damage dealt while using two-handed weapons. Increases your strength by 5%. I have 45 seconds left to finish this. Hey, there's nothing left. Your mastery. Opportunity strikes, 27% chance based on your mastery to cause your melee attacks to instantly trigger a additional melee attack. By God, I shouldn't have tried to do this when they were trying to restart, but oh well. I think that covers everything. Here's the Thunderclap. Causes lightning. You can just kind of see this is a little bit of the rotation. There's a little shockwave in your face. A little mobility. Mobility's king. The servers just went down, so thank you for watching. Have a great day, night, morning, whatever. I love you guys. Thanks to the new viewers who are here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, in your face. Later, guys.